Assalamu alaikum, dear students. It's me, Muhammad Zubair Khan, and we are discussing the factorization. This is the 8th week of Mathematics 1. After discussion of the different mathematical operations on algebraic expressions, the addition, subtraction, multiplication. Before to discuss the division, factorization is very much important to understand. And factorization of polynomials or factorization of algebraic expression, that is very much important to understand, because if you have command on factorization, so you can easily utilize factorization in division also. Because for division we will discuss in the upcoming class, we will discuss that how to divide the polynomials, how to divide the algebraic expressions by using long division method as well as by using factorization. So with the help of factorization you can do division. That's why factorization is very much important to learn before to do the division. Now factorization of polynomial says that first you need to understand the factorization. So previous class I shared a video that was related to factorization. Factorization basically conversion of algebraic expression from addition or subtraction into multiplication, just to write in multiplied form. So when you write the multiplied form of of a single number, for example, if you have a number 6 and if we write 3 multiplied by 2, it means 2 and 3 are the factors of what? Of 6. So this is basically called what? Factorization. So factorization of single term, factorization of double term, factorization of triple terms. We can use factorization of different types of expressions to make the factors. So first I will show you 3 examples that how to make the factors of different types of polynomials. In case if we have monomial, a single term, so how we can make the factors. For example, if we need to factorize 6x power 3, so you should write 6 in the form of 3 multiplied by 2, and x power 3 means x multiplied by x multiplied by x. Just multiply. So you will write the factorized form. Basically factorization is the reverse process of multiplication. This is the inverse process of what? Or you can say reverse process of multiplication. So in multiplication we are adding the power, and in factorization we are spreading the power. X power 1, x power 1, x power 1, it means x power 3, but if they are in multiplied form, so by this way you can make the factors of a single term. In case if we have another example, if we have the double term expression, that 2x square plus 5x, and if we have some common elements, so just take common element and make the factor. What is common in these two? X. So by taking x as a common, what will remain? 2x and plus 5. Now if you see, we have two factors, x multiplied by 2x plus 5. If we multiply the factor, so we will get that expression again. But if we write in multiplied form, it means that we are making factorization, or we are doing factorization and we are making what? Factors. So these are the factors, and if we multiply them, so we can get this one. So by this way you can factorize the two terms expression. In case of two terms, but if we have the uncommon conditions, it means that if we don't have any common elements, for example, x power 2 minus 16, like this. So how we can make the factors? So for this we need a specific formula that is called difference of square. That is a square minus b square, which is equal to a plus b multiplied by a minus b. This one formula we will use. Another one is a cube plus b cube, which is equal to a plus b into a square minus ab plus b square. Another formula is a cube minus b cube, which is equal to a minus b into a square plus ab plus b square. These 3 formulas we need to memorize, because with the help of these 3 formulas you can make the factors of two terms expression. you can make the factors of binomial if they have nothing common elements in both of them, and if they are satisfying the condition like this. If there is a subtraction between the squares, if you see here x square minus 16 is the square of 4, so we can write 4 square. Now it looks like a square minus b square, which is equal to a plus b multiplied by a minus b. So we can write x plus 4 multiplied by x minus 4. So this is the factorized form of this expression in case if we have the two terms expression, and if we need to do what? To do factorization. And if there isn't any common element, so you should try to apply these three formulas. Suppose we have an example like x cube minus 1, and we need to make the factors of x cube minus 1. So how we can make the factors? We will try to compare it with the formula. So here we can write x cube minus 1 cube. 1 cube equal to 1, but it's satisfying this condition. So according to this, you should write in factorized form x minus 1 into a square x square. Instead of a, we have x square plus ab, 1 multiplied by x, so x, and plus b square plus 1 square, which is 1. So by this way you can make the factors. In case if you don't have a complete cube, or if you don't have a complete square, so how you can factorize it? For example, another example, let me take x square minus 3. 3 is not a complete square. So what you have to do? You have to write x square minus under root 3. You know that square root and square are cancelling each other. So if we cancel it, so it will become 3 again. So a square minus b square. Now it's satisfying the condition of a square minus b square. So you can write x plus under root 3 multiplied by x minus under root 3. So by this way you can make the factors of binomial. After that, the factorization of three terms, trinomials. So if we need to make the factors of trinomials, for that purpose you have to understand that if the three terms are given x square, suppose we have x square minus 7x minus 18, and if we need to make the factors, so the method is very much simple. Multiply the first term with the last term, squared with the constant, and write here minus 18x squared. Make two parts of the midterm. The addition of those parts or the subtraction of those parts should give you the midterm, and the multiplication of those parts should give you minus 18x squared. So if you see x squared, first term will remain unchanged, minus 9x plus 2x, and minus 18 will remain unchanged. First term unchanged, last term unchanged, but we will make changes in the midterm. We will convert three terms expression into four terms expression like this. Now minus 9x plus 2x minus 7x, but minus 9x multiplied by 2x, no, minus 18x squared. Now what is common in these two? We will take x common. What will remain? X minus 9. And what is common in these two? Plus 2. What will remain? X minus 2 9s are 18. 9. These two terms or these two factors should be same. Take them common. X minus 9, one of them. What will remain? X plus 2. By this way, you can convert the three terms expressions into factorized form. You can do factorization. But remember one point, it doesn't necessary that every three terms expression should be factorized. Sometimes you don't have a choice to make the factors of three terms, but sometimes we have a choice. But you need to try, you need to think about that these two conditions should satisfy. Let me solve another example related to the factorization. Suppose we have x square minus 14x and plus 33. Again we have three terms. Multiply first and last. So it will become 33x square. Then make two parts of the midterm. The addition or subtraction of those parts should give you minus 14x, and multiplication should give you 33x square. So first will remain unchanged, x square minus 11x minus 3x and plus 33. This will also remain unchanged. Minus 11 minus 3 minus 14. Minus 11 multiplied by minus 3, so it will become plus 33x square. Now what is common in these two? X. What will remain? X minus 11. What is common in these two? Take minus 3 common. This minus will become plus x and this plus will become minus 11, because 11 3s are 33. Now these two are same. So take x minus 11 as a common element. What will remain? X minus 3. Now this is the factorized form of this one. So by this way, you can make the factors of monomial, you can make the factors of binomials, you can make the factors of trinomial. Generally, you can make the factors of polynomial, and it's very much important to understand that how to make the factors. We will utilize it when we will discuss in the next class, inshallah, the division. So for division, we will use factorization also. So I will give you few questions related to the factorization, and you will try on those questions. And the notes which will be shared with you, you should try to search out those particular notes. So some examples are mentioned over there also. Thank you very much. Take care. Allah Hafiz.